Alright. Please work. Please work. Okay. Alright. There we go. Turn that off real quick. Alright, I think we're finally back. The camera's the right color. I'm not using a deprecated video encoder. OBS is showing green. YouTube is telling me green. Fuck, ads are gonna start again. You're kidding, right? Oh my god. Please. Hi, yes. Get that login, king. Oh, yeah, that redeem didn't go through, huh? Wait, why are none of the redeems going through? What? Why are the redeems not going through? You're kidding me. Now they're not... Fine, just... Are you kidding? Okay, alright, cool. That worked. Alright, thank God. Okay. Hi, Pomp. We've been having some issues tonight. I've been taking psychic damage from my hardware. I can't believe it's gonna start another ad. Yeah, get those check-ins, lads. No reason not to. You've gotta be kidding me. Is the YouTube stream working again? Yeah, seriously. What the heck? What is this dumb YouTube? Why does it keep talking to me about... Keyframe interval, what? What the heck? I don't understand. Why is that still going? Oh, I have it set to go for 2 minutes. That's why it hasn't been 2 minutes. I'll wait for the ads to finish for Pat. I just wanted to build the funny colored plastics, you guys. This is... Please tell me I still have... Okay, my Zoom's still working. At least I have that going for me, which is nice, which is better than most things have been going this evening so far, if I'm being honest. Hi, can you hear? Wow. Even I can hear how tired I sound from all this. You've gotta be joking, man. This was just supposed to be a nice, calm, HG Maxter night. And instead it's turning into like the ultimate scuff stream instead. You've gotta be kidding me. Why is this happening? God in mein Gott im Himmel. Why is this happening? Please, I just wanted to try to end this month on a high note. You guys have been so patient with me. I just wanted to end things on a nice chill Gunpla night. And here we are instead. All of this is happening. Well, at least OBS is showing green on the bitrate. YouTube's been giving me all sorts of weird issues. I don't understand why. I genuinely don't understand why. Or how to even fix it. works. This issue started happening recently and I have never seen it before, and apart from my encoder apparently getting deprecated, nothing else has changed. Why? I don't understand all these big words. I just want to look at the pictures in the manual and cut out part A and attach it to part B and make a little robot doohickey. I think it's extremely rude of Twitch that anytime you restart the stream like this. Hi, Evan. I've been having technical hardware issues this evening. My computer was working completely fine all day today up until this moment. And then all of a sudden, the moment I decide I'd like to stream, bada boom, bada bing. How much did I spend for the HG Maxter? Whatever retail was on Premium Bandai, whatever the MSRB was, or the MSRP, not MSRB. Why is Pat's not working? Oh my god, I don't have Pats. What? Do I not have Pat set up on this model? Are you kidding me? I don't have that set up either. Oh, you've got to be joking. I don't. Oh my god, hang on. Hang on. All right. All right, hold up. We have to do this manually. 1 second. All right. Yeah, we need this right now. Okay. And then... yeah, okay. Yeah, item scene name. Okay. And then do that. Yeah, so I got very lucky with Maxter in that I was, where's the thing for toggle item scene? Item scene. Prison paths. Okay. So basically, let me fix this. Let me fix this first before I forget. Shit. Okay, that needs to be this one, and then where is it? Run hotkey. I named it. It should be there. I might need to rename this one, and then what did I? Here it is. Okay, and then. This one also needs to be this. And then, where was it? Here. Then up, up. Save. All right, let me see if this works. Okay, it's working. All right. Okay. Ooh. All right. Yeah, it's been like 3 universal centuries trying to get here. Hi. We might finally be able to start streaming, guys. I'm so sorry about all of this. But yes, I did get this on the P Bandai website. I was basically... Why did it turn back on? What? Oh, because it just got redeemed. All right, yeah, that would explain it. I was like, what? Why? Why this? Yeah, I was very fortunate in that I managed to get to the P Bandai site early, and I was able to snag a copy. So yes, I was very fortunate in that I was able to order this directly off P Bandai. Rose, I had to wait for a restock, and Dragon, I had to wait for a restock, because Rose, I took too long to decide if I wanted to get it, and Dragon, I think Dragon, I had to wait for a restock, I think. Because there were issues with being able to receive the package. Yeah. So that was those shenanigans. Oh my goodness. I am so... Oh my god. I'm so done with all the jank today. I'm just ready to get started on this. Yeah, because I understand that P Bandai is kind of meant for kits that they're not fully confident on going to retail. My issue with P Bandai is that some of these kits, in my opinion, should be retail. I think all of the Shuffle Alliance kits should have been regular retail releases and not limited P Bandai stock releases. I don't think that was a wise decision, especially because it's G Gundam's, what was it, 30th anniversary? 30th or like 35th anniversary for G Gundam. And then yeah, malicious intent at the empty space robot. Mandala was an interesting choice. I didn't realize Neo Nepal was apparently that popular to warrant a P Bandai release. That was... Yeah, and like limited release, I think of stuff like limited run special coatings, or like non-colored versions or clear versions, like versions that it makes sense that it's not being sold at retail. But, for the Shuffle Alliance kits especially, people have been wanting new retail versions of those kits for a really long time. We're at a point where a lot of people who are big fans of G Gundam are like, I think it's safe to say, like a pretty solid number of folks who are buying a lot of Gundam media right now are people who grew up with G and Wing and that era of Gundam. So the market is there, the demographic is there. Hi, Bandai, I'm the demographic. And the other thing about P Bandai that bugs me with a lot of these releases is that P Bandai does not ship to every country. Some countries in general do have difficulties with getting Gunpla kits regardless of if they're released or P Bandai, but it becomes even harder for some countries to get kits at all when all the releases are restricted to P Bandai, basically. And that really makes me sad that there's some people who, through no choice of their own, through no fault of their own, even if they have the money and they're willing to pay for it, it's just not an option for them because Bandai doesn't ship P Bandai to their country. So they have to go secondhand, resellers, eBay, hope that the prices don't get janked up too high. I think that sucks a lot. Oh my god, I'm gonna be honest. Finally getting everything. Ended up buying a third-party copy. Yeah. And I think that's just really unfortunate that it gets to that point for some people, where that's something you have to consider. Oh my god, it's finally happening. We're finally building, guys. I'm finally cutting out tiny pieces of plastic and putting them together. Oh my goodness. Wow. You know, I said this earlier, Hylian Hobbyist. Hello, Hylian Hobbyist. Welcome in. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. How was your stream? Why is it not giving me the info on your streaming party and what you were doing? Is that not working either now? Did the shout out not go out? Uh-oh. That's odd. Did the shout out... Oh, here we go. Yay, there they are. Welcome, welcome. What were you working on? Yeah, nice. You came at a good time. I just finished resolving like 30 minutes of technical issues. Well, welcome in everyone. My name is Ursa Marida. I am a after-hours hobby bear and girl extraordinaire. It's lovely to meet you. We're working on the HG Maxter from G Gundam tonight. And, sorry, I just like, oh, Lancelot from Code Geass. Nice, nice. Sometimes I forget Code Geass had mechas in it. I need to be better about remembering that. But yes, so welcome, come in, feel free to stretch, get up, get some water. Understandable if you have to head out, get to bed, and just enjoy your time. I've had these for several years. I don't feel the need to replace them. They have been serving me pretty dang well this whole time, if I'm being honest. Do I feel like they might be a smidge... Bootleg kits are getting better and better, yeah. Do I feel they may have been a smidge overpriced? At the time, no. If I were to buy a replacement though, I would probably stick with God Hands out of loyalty, but I know there are several alternatives now that are somewhat cheaper. I believe Display has a pair that are generally regarded as pretty solid. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the God Hand nippers. I'm glad I picked them up, and I would probably stick with them if I ever needed to replace them, if I'm being honest. That's true, they are kind of getting sharper. It's actually, I think my favorite thing about bootleg kits right now is just the fact that for some of them, you can really see what the influence for a particular kit was. And I think that's really endearing. Like, when you can recognize certain design language and you're like, ah, yes, this one has a smidge of wing inspiration to it. Okay, so it does look like... Oh, this is so weird then. Don't show that. Show that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Huh. Weird. Do that. Okay. Not even exclusive to third-party kits. It happens with Transform. Oh, wow. You know what? I could see that. Somehow that makes sense that would happen with Transformers figures. All right. This goes like this into here. Wait a minute. This doesn't seem right at all. Just like that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that is gonna just hang out there like that. Oh. Okay, we're starting with that part of the torso. Okay. I guess we're starting by putting in the shoulder joints. Funny square guy become a pile of knives. Could you... Yeah, totally new meaning to a kit being a hand grenade, huh? Really gotta watch out for that in that case. If the kit's a hand grenade and it's a pile of knives. I think... Yeah, personally, clear Gunpla kits or clear model kits in general aren't really for me. It would be one thing if it was something that had like a detailed inner structure, like an RG kit, so that you could see the inner framework and whatnot, because some people like being able to see the mechanical details. So I could understand a clear Gunpla kit if it was, you know, to give you that view of the inner mechanics, but as a clear armor set, yeah, like if it was a PGU, I could understand wanting a clear armor set for the PGU. Yeah, Hillian, John was just saying that apparently there's a clear armor set for the PGU RX-78, which is a PG kit. I could understand that, but like for some of the lower grades, especially ones that don't have inner frames like HGs, I truly do not understand the appeal of the clear versions. All right, I need 25. Oh my god, I'm gonna be honest. I'm so tired after all those tech issues. I may only get one section done tonight. That feels so awful. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Yeah, like MG and up, depending on the kit and its framework, I would consider it. Anything past that, I'm not sure I would be willing, or anything below that, I don't know if I would consider it or be interested in it. Yeah, model kits are not built in one day, that's true. I'm trying to remember, like, it's so funny because like I used to be able to knock out model kits in one day. But now because I do more detailing and whatnot, I no longer am able to finish a model kit in one day unless it's like a Hotopla. Hotos I can build in one day. It will probably at least get the torso done today. Star model RG Sazabi. Ooh. Yeah, there was a third-party Kshatriya that came out recently that apparently a lot of people were grabbing that one. I know John had been talking about it. The Osiris something. Although, do be careful when looking at third-party kits. I don't think it's as common anymore, but I remember a while ago, a lot of the third-party garage kits used to be resin kits, which you need to be much more careful when you are working with resin kits because of the particulates that come from filing and sanding, and you need to have proper ventilation and like face masks and whatnot. Most third-party kits are actually just plastic now, so it's less of an issue. I don't think I've seen any resin kits recently that were going around. But there was a period when most third-party kits were resin-based. And because they were basically garage kits, which if you're not familiar, garage kits are more of a scale figure thing from what I recall, where it's basically people make their own scale figures, like anime scale figures, and they basically sell you unpainted, unassembled parts, and you assemble and paint the figure yourself. It's actually really fascinating to watch people put them together, because to me, it's like a really impressive skill set. The manual on a single stream without a manual on a challenge? Dang. Flexing. Talk about a flex. One of these days, I think I need to see if they still sell the EGs. The early G kit are made out of resin. Yeah. Now with 3D printing, a lot of that stuff is a lot more manageable. Although some 3D print kits, yeah, I do want to try the in the bag challenge. I want to try that challenge so bad. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that they may have stopped putting them in the bags. I know they don't sell them in bags in the States, so I don't know if that's like a Japan only purchase. But I do want to try it. I feel like it would be really fun. You've done it with a small Lego. Speaking of the Lego set, hang on. I just realized I can show you guys the thing I got. Hang on. The third party. All right, so I got this third party, like not Legos, but it's a Lego-ish thing. because I thought it would make a really pretty wall decoration when I'm done building it. So, yeah. Hopefully that will be fun to build. Because I've been thinking that, like, I want to do... I had a lot of fun doing... Yeah, it's from this brand called G Star? I'm pretty sure that's Chinese. I think. I hope I'm not wrong. I got it off of Amazon, actually. It was just on Amazon and the price wasn't that bad. I don't know, because I've never really built a Legos kit before. I've been wanting to try one of those like botanical Lego things. But this one I saw it, the price wasn't bad, and I decided to get it. So honestly, I will not be able to effectively judge whether or not it's decent as far as third-party Legos go, especially because I have not built a recent Lego kit. Y'all! Yeah, it's really pretty, so I'm hoping that'll be fun to put together, and then I can like Mod Podge it, hang it up. It'll look nice. Oh gosh, yeah, okay. Sitting back down, getting back to the chest. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Third party not Legos, like third party not Gunpla. All right, now I need 16, 17. Where did I put the C runner? Right here. It's C110. Does your sister like Legos? Hopefully she likes it. Seeing them on eBay, but not much anywhere else. Oh, weird, because I found them on Amazon. Because, they weren't linking it to me, but my friends were linking it. One of my friends was linking it to another friend. And then I was just like, ooh, yeah, sure. Because I had actually just been thinking that I had fun with those Ghibli paper theater stuff. And I was like, oh, I should get some, like, you know, this is not the A runner. I should get some more, like, non-Gunpla stuff for just hobby fun times. I do want to get more of those Ghibli paper theaters, though. I like those a lot. Those are really fun. They're really charming, and I smile every time I see them. I want to build more of them. So I'll have to check out what they have in terms of options for the Ghibli paper theaters. Okay. So then... Oh, I think I understand where this goes. Okay. Hopefully, since this is an HG, there shouldn't be too many issues with accidentally cutting off parts I'm not supposed to cut off. What I can tell... Oh, this is the back of the neck, so this should go in here. There we go. Yes. Okay, perfect. And then we'll do this. There we go. There we go. All right, let's clean this up. That's it. I know I was joking. One of those book nooks. Oh, yeah, I have actually. Yeah, seeing Pink work on it reminded me that I've been considering doing one of those, because I've talked to my parents about possibly getting a shelf for up here, or cleaning off, or like basically stowing some of the stuff they have up here already, so I have more space on the shelves to display my own projects. Yeah, Pink building that nook was actually why I started thinking about other non-Gunpla stuff again. That actually was what got my brain thinking about that stuff again. I was like, yeah, actually, Those were fun. Like, that was fun to build. It has a little LED. That's adorable. What the heck? I love that. Yeah, I should look into what the options are. Those seem like they would be a lot of fun. The shoulder ended up a little jank on the cleanup, but that's okay. This looks like it goes... Ah, okay. I do like some of the engineering on this so far. Like, so this part here, it doesn't snap in. But there's like, let me see if I can show you guys. So this little groove here, down here, basically there's a small slot on the bottom of the piece right here, and it fits into that slot to help secure the piece in place. That's a nice touch, actually. It's a very nice touch. One thing I do want to do before the year ends, speaking of displaying stuff, is at the very least, I've also realized I never actually took pictures of my finished PGU build. So I want to dig that out of storage and at least try to get some like, hey, I actually did finish this, I promise. It was just very jarring looking through my media text. I was like, oh, I should like reflect on everything I built this year. And then it was like, oh, surprise, you didn't actually finish any kits, girl. And I was like, oh, that's a little awkward. So basically my keyboard and the Ghibli stuff were the only really finished projects this year. Yeah, we'll get them next year. That's right. We're gonna figure out a better, healthier workflow. Here, let me see if I can get up close so you guys can see this. So you line up these slots, and then that slides it in and secures it. I actually really like how that works. All right, next we need A1, A19, okay. Still count, yeah, exactly. Like, we're absolutely counting those. 119. Let's get those cut out then. There we go. There we go, 1. The 19. Also, I know I was joking that Manhattan Cafe would be what... Rolling from Manhattan Cafe would be what got me to finally stream Uma Musume, but I might actually just end up streaming it next week. I talk about it so much, I might as well be streaming it at this point. I'm down. The brain rot is so real for Uma. I just like when I step out the part. Yeah. Ooh, Metal Gear Rex. If you do get Rex and you build it, I will tune in for Rex. And usually when you're building, I need to go to bed afterwards, but I will push through for Rex. The problem with streaming Uma is that I have to expose myself as someone who's been wailing on the game. I have to expose that part of myself. No, you're fine. Stream when it works for you. I'll figure out a way to watch it, even if it means going back and watching the VODs. Yeah, that's the one part with Uma I have to like mentally brace myself, is that I'm not like a whale, but I have been spending on the game. Like, it's actually going to be weird when I roll for Manhattan Cafe because I have enough carrots for her. The problem is that the carrots for her are paid carrots split between my PC account, like the PC client and the mobile client. So I have half of it on PC and half of it on mobile. So if I don't get her on PC by the time I run out of paid carrots, I'm gonna have to exit the PC client, boot up my phone, roll on my phone to actually get her, and then start up the PC client again to do her training and story. And because that is the jankest outcome possible, that is, it says $40 limit, that's it, and then proceeds to pay up to $80. Yeah. I've spent more than $80. It's fine. I've been skipping banners here and there. I'm not rolling as hard as I could be. I'm still being responsible about my bills. This is what having disposable income is about. Horse girls, baby. Give me that coffee drink in Manhattan Cafe. I need my quirky ghost seeing girl. He rolled, yeah, I mean, I re-rolled my account too when I started. I re-rolled for either Maruzensky or Ogiri Cap and the Super Creek SSR. And I was very fortunate that I was able to get Maruzensky, Super Creek, and Fine Motion by the time I finished re-rolling. Yeah, I also got pretty lucky because there were some banners I spent on that I was very fortunate with getting the cards I wanted for some of the support card banners. So the way I view it is that a lot of the times when I'm really enjoying a game, especially early on, Uma's kind of a different version of this, but usually when I'm enjoying a game, I kind of don't mind spending on it, especially if the changes and improvements we get back feel like they were a really good use of the money. Then I kind of don't mind spending on the game. With Uma, the nice thing is that we do have a lot of foreknowledge technically, even though we got a bunch of buff changes ahead of schedule. Hang on, how does this piece need to be aligned? Like this? Yeah, and for me, with Uma especially, the way I'm viewing it right now is very much as like upfront investment. So basically, I'm kind of viewing it as by investing, hang on, I gotta check the alignment on this. So the way I view it is that just Oguri Rudolph, yeah. So I view it as an investment to give my account a really good foundation. So, you know, that's why I did spend on the first Kira-san Black Banner. That's why I spent to try and get some copies of Super Creek so I could use my SSR crystals on Fine Motion with. So I feel like right now my account is in a pretty solid place in terms of support card planning, and that I have a lot of foundational cards that even if I don't get cards that aren't super meta, crucial, critical, I will be okay because I will generally be able to borrow those cards I need. So to me, that is especially the goal kind of with Uma, is that I'm very much viewing it as upfront spending so that I can cut it back and prioritize saving for stuff in the future. So I actually have like a whole, I will for Phenomeno. Honestly, she is, I love her, I adore her. I would wail for her too when she comes out. If I don't have the savings for her, I will swipe to get her. She is one of my favorites. Her voice actress is incredible. Sorry, I really needed to drink some water there real quick. Phenomeno and Gentle Donna I will probably. Gentle Donna, I want to save up as much as I can for her. But like, I have a whole, like, I have a spreadsheet. There was an Uma creator. He made a carrot tracker spreadsheet that calculates your estimated maximum possible rolls by the end of a banner. And I am using that to basically plan ahead my rolling schedule. It got a little out of whack because it didn't account for getting 100 free rolls during the Rico banner. So I ended up not needing to roll there. And then I got greedy and tried rolling on the Super Creek Rice Shower Halloween banner. And I messed up a smidge there, but it's fine. We're back on track. Theoretically, a little, yeah. I messed up a little. Listen, I didn't... Listen, sometimes you get to 170 and you're like, I might as well just go all the way. Because I was budgeting a full 200 rolls for the Rico banner. Yeah, but it's okay. I get to have uppies from Super Creek, who I'm going to have to remember to change her costume. I don't know if Halloween Super Creek is Twitch TOS compliant. I don't know if I'm willing to risk that for Mummy Super Creek on stream. Because, yeah, I could use some time sitting down. But anyways, the reason why I thought about it was that I realized, yeah, who knows what is anymore. Like, there is, like, the thing is that there are certain guidelines about stuff like underboob, hips and whatnot that are pretty clearly defined. But, her mummy outfit, I'm not sure about. Yeah, no, look it up. You'll see why I'm concerned. You'll see why I'm concerned. I'm waiting to see what John says when he gets back. Now, I'm not gonna the others, Fanatic was just built. I know. I think Phenomenos VA did, like, it's so funny hearing her normal speaking voice because she actually has a really cute voice normally. But her range is so good. And I love her so much as a contrast to the rest of the Stay Gold family. Oh my god, dude. We got Neo-American pecs, y'all. Oh, baby. Check out. Yes, John. Yes, that's why I'm concerned. That's why there's a smidge of concern there in making sure that doesn't end up on screen. America, these pecs right here, that's where all the patriotism, well, some of the patriotism is contained. There's a lot of patriotism contained in the Maxter Gundam, which, if you guys haven't seen some of the beta designs for Maxter, we could have had a version of Maxter Gundam with a cowboy hat. And the fact that that exists as a rough draft is really incredible to me. It's funny because, like, Super Creek, a lot of people reduce her to Goo Goo Babies, which was a wild part of her story. Don't get me wrong, it's there, and I was like, I'm sorry, what is happening right now? Hang on, I have to figure out the alignment of this piece real quick. This goes this way. This goes this way? Ah, yes. Okay, I see now. But I also like Creek a lot for non-Goo Goo Babies reasons. And it's so weird because I feel awkward explaining it because I have to be like, I like Super Creek, but not because of Goo Goo Babies. And it really, it just feels like the kind of thing where it's like, and it just feels like the kind of thing where it's like having to deny it and explain that that's not why I like her makes it feel like I'm really trying to hide that that's why I like her, when genuinely that is not why I like her. I almost like ended up not liking her because of Goo Goo Babies. I like her. The thing about Super Creek is I like her in spite of Goo Goo Babies, not because of Goo Goo Babies. And that is a very important distinction I need people to understand. You have a short stage of all the VAs? Oh, yeah. It's so weird because, like, Orfevre is, like, by all means, a very respectable and cool horse. Like, her design is sick and all, but I don't like her character. I don't know. I just can't get into her. There's just something that isn't clicking about her for me. Even though she's a Triple Crown winner, and that's not exactly something to sneeze at. I know, I love it. She's just so sweet and caring. And I love how people were like, why did the localization do this and change her skill name to give Mummy a hug? And it's like, dude, spinning Mummy Trick is a boring ass skill name, and all the JP players are jealous of the global players right now for getting such a god tier localization. Tyrant the boy. Yeah, maybe when Orfevre's story comes out, that'll do it for me. Maybe that'll help when I can actually read her story. Okay, so the pecs. The pecs now attach. Is this the right way? Oh, it is. Did I attach the pecs right? Is that how titties should look? Yes, okay, that is correct. That is how the titties should be facing out. Excellent. And then this piece goes. This doesn't feel like it's in all the way. Hang on. Oh, that's not... I can't use that when it's like that. Give me a second here. Let's see if I can gently wedge this out and not break anything. If only I could flex and dance like Terry goes. Oh my god. I remember I was so confused when I saw that Meisho Dodo and Uma Musume had the little like 3 face, and I was like, why does she have that? And then then someone posted a picture of the real horse, and the real horse makes that face, and I was like, oh, there we go then. Oh, by the way, if you haven't yet, look up her Halloween alt. She gets a Halloween alt in the future. It is one of the cutest things in the game, in my opinion. It is endearingly adorable. I love it so much. I need to know your thoughts on Halloween, Meisho Dodo. It is excellent. It is so good. All right, come on. There we go. It's weird how that's... Okay, no, that pressed together right that time. There we go. Now then, this needs to go... Ah, I see. And then this will click into here. Okay. Let's see if we can get that click. Ooh, we got it. Ooh. Ah, we got a click, baby. Ooh, we got some pecs. Now, here's the real question. Should I... Where's my brown? Here we go. Let's get this shaken up. Hello, Wing Sauce. Welcome in. I'm getting ready to do a quick panel line test to see if I actually want to panel line this part. Let's see. We'll do this and then just drop that here. Yeah, I think I'll go for it. So I am just going to... Not dark gray. What's my normal gray? Here we go. I'm just going to do a smidge of panel lining on these parts. as we were going. So for those who... I know! You need to look up the skill animation. You have to look up the skill animation. It's incredible. So I've been building Gunpla for a while. It's been a hobby of mine for a couple years. I enjoy it a lot. I don't do anything like scribing, but depending on the kit, I will do panel lining and decals and whatnot. I have painted a couple kits, but I haven't done any like custom color schemes. Honestly, yeah, it's a good form of therapy. So let me get these panel linings dabbed on so they can start drying. Yeah, I enjoy it. Okay, so we got that going. We'll tap that in. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. You'll be doing something like that soon? Yeah. It happens to the best of us, John. We'll just dab here. My favorite model kit so far that I've built, honestly, and this is going to be such an unsurprising answer, probably the PGU. I really enjoyed the feeling it had of building up the inner frame and attaching everything. That kit was honestly just really fun to build for me. All right. So that finishes that part of the chest. Which means the next part should be the outer armor that covers the tits. We gotta cover up Neo America's tits. I know, it's such a cute animation. Like, I saw it and I just melted from how cute it was. But, you know, speaking of nippers, someone asked me about my god hands. I might need to replace these basic nippers soon. Actually, I kind of have a personal rule that I try not to build kits from shows I haven't finished watching because I feel like I'm not able to fully appreciate the kits. Unless the design's really sick. I did build the master grade Astray red frame, and then I took it apart because I meant to paint it, and then I never got around to painting it. But I like that one a lot because it has a sick design and a sick weapon loadout. But yeah, in general, yeah, the Astray red frame was a lot of fun to build as a master grade. I need to try to get back to painting that. Okay, I need A6 and A23. Oh, you know what I should do if I want to be smart? I know what I should do. This also has some sections. I'm cutting. I should be panel lining as I cut stuff out. Look at me being smart about my workflow. What the heck? Who am I? What have I done with Scrunkle? There we go. Then that way that can dry, and before I put it on, I can tidy it up. Yes. Okay. Now we're thinking with plastics. Get it? Instead of now we're thinking with portals. But oh, I am tired if I'm making jokes like that. Yeah. Nippers I'm pretty good about. I just have the two pairs. Their kids this year would have been a tie between RG and... Oh, nice. Good picks. Good picks. Let's see. This one... You know what? Follow Uma if you were to be an actual trainer and you have one you feel you could click with, get along to make them a champ. I haven't. Oh, wait. Do you mean... Gun Primer? You mean this one, right? I haven't actually tried their buffer pads yet. I only have the glass file. All the Umas, if I were to be an actual trainer. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I haven't tried their buffer pads yet, but I do like... Oh, wait, do you mean these? Do you mean their balancers? If so, then yes. I do use these quite a bit. I don't use them as much on HGs, but especially when I'm working on getting parts ready for detailing, I do use them quite a bit. Yeah, I have used it. I'm sorry, I thought you meant one of their other products that I haven't used. So we're just gonna slop that in. Can you actually see it? Does that actually make a difference on camera? Oh, kind of. Yeah, when I clean that up, that should look pretty good. All right. So, fun fact, by the way. So I'm using Tamiya panel line accent color. This takes advantage of capillary motion to do the panel lining. I believe this also works for if you're using Gundam markers for panel lining. Do not use enamel thinner to clean up your panel lining because that can actually damage the plastic. So if you want, and also enamel thinner isn't always available to some people, lighter fluid will actually work just as well as a cleanup mechanism for panel lining. I love the Portite markers. I used to have some. I don't know where they went. The gray Portite marker is actually my favorite because I actually prefer it. Like the shade of gray it is like the perfect shade of gray for me compared to the Tamiya accent liner fluid. So it does make me sad. I don't know where those went. I should get some more because I love the gray Portite marker so much. Now I need 15. Here's 15. I love the Portite markers. They're so good. All right, so that's 15. And the D1. Oh, D13. Okay. Where's the D runner at? All right, let me think of all the Umas. Honestly, she hasn't released yet. In global, but I feel like Xeno Rob Roy would be an Uma I could get along with. We'd probably get distracted a lot and talk about books a lot, but I don't know, somehow... Yeah. Just got into scribing. Nice. Scribing is a little intimidating to me. Yeah, I really like Rob Roy. So like for me, it's like, I feel like I wouldn't be firm enough with Creek to train her. Yeah, Rob Roy is so cute with her love of books and everything. And I feel like just personality wise, we would get along really well. I mean, I also want to say like Haru Urara, because it's just, we would just be there. I'm like, you know what? We're going to go out there. We're going to do our best. And we're just going to have a good time, girl. And then we'll get carrot pudding for you after this. But I feel like that's also a bit of a cop-out answer. Because it's Haru Urara. How can you not love her? D1... 3. Here it is. Haru, the internet's daughter? No, the world's daughter. She's the world's daughter, man. Okay. Did I... Oh. I don't have... Oh, wait, I do have napkins. Perfect. All right, let me grab that. Okay. Yeah, Rob Roy... Actually, and this is... a crazy fact about Rob Roy. So, as most people know, especially if they've been playing Uma for a bit, there's 3 sets of triple crowns that you can go for in the game. Well, actually 4. So you have the classic triple crown, which is the Satsuki Sho, the Tokyo Yushin, and the Kika Sho. And then there's the triple tiara, which is the Oka Sho, the Shuka Sho, and the Yushin Himba. Yeah. And then there's the spring triple crown, which is the spring Tenno Sho, the Osaka High, and the Takarazuka Kinen. And then there's the Autumn Triple Crown, which is the Autumn Tenno Show, the Japan Cup. Is it the Japan Cup? Yeah, the Japan Cup, and the Arima Kinen. The Senior Triple Crown or the Autumn Triple Crown, which is typically run in the year after a horse's classics year. So after when they're 4 years old, roughly, because you can only enter the classics races once when they're 3 years old. So if they are contesting the classic Triple Crown, they prioritize those races. There are some people who consider the Autumn Triple Crown more prestigious because it is much harder to accomplish due to the closeness of the races. And in JRA history, there are only 2 horses who have managed to achieve the Autumn Triple Crown. And those 2 horses are TM Opera O and Xeno Rob Roy. Has there ever been a model you've always wanted to do? Yes, technically there's 5 of them, or 4 of them, because I dislike Wu Fei so much. But one of my goals is to build the MG versions of the 5 main wingsuits, because they have master grade versions of their Endless Waltz designs, and I want to build those. I've been meaning to get started on the Wing Zero Verka for a while, but I keep deciding to build other stuff instead in the meantime. Tragic. But yeah, so that's a fun little fact about Xeno Rob Roy. Only the 2nd ever Autumn Triple Crown achiever. I think some people do also forget with Uma that some of the horses in Uma Musume, and like being able to win all the races in career, right, is not exactly doable in real life. So I remember someone was saying like, oh yeah, Hishi Amazon only won 1G1, and like people had to be like, do you realize how difficult it is to even get 1G1 and how much of an outlier you are to have multiple? Like, I was wondering why they picked Special Week to be like the first protagonist. Then you look up the actual horse's racing career and the horse has an insane record. Oh, right. So ads are hitting. So for those who are new, I do unfortunately run the, as you know, there's obviously disclaimers going, but we do have some new folks in today. Hey, Zam. Yeah, sorry. The technical difficulties, like the other stream got nuked, so I had to remake the stream on YouTube. But yes, for those who are new, since there are some new faces tonight, basically, if you don't run 3-minute ads, Twitch runs ads for you regardless. You can't turn ads off. The only way to have any semblance of control over Twitch running ads is to, at minimum, run 3-minute ads once an hour. And then in that case, you can actually turn off pre-roll. And I think pre-roll is proof that Satan exists, quite frankly. Pre-roll is proof that the devil is real. So, unfortunate, necessary evil. So, okay, yeah, no, I'm more than happy to explain that, Cup. So, the main uses of double-bladed versus single-bladed is when you're cutting parts off the runner. So, double-bladed nippers are better for cutting a part off the runner because the blade, you're pinching the blade with a thicker plastic, and it's more consistent for cutting out. The reason why you would then use a single-bladed nipper is for after you've cut out the part. So basically, when you have the double-bladed like this and you go to cut off your nubs, you're pinching the plastic from both sides, and that ends up creating stress marks on the piece. So the reason why a lot of people will opt for a single-bladed nipper and trim the nubs off after cutting it off the runner is because it minimizes the stress marks that you may end up producing, and in some cases actually avoids creating stress marks on the pieces. So it's so that's when you would use a single bladed nipper over a dual bladed nipper. Is basically, one is for, do I go parallel or I don't really think about that. I just kind of go with what angle is going to be easiest for me to just kind of cut it. I don't actually pay attention to stuff like that. Like, I just try to get flush to it and then I cut. What got me into model building? So I was in an after school program actually that they had a model building thing. And for some reason I was like, yeah, sure, I'll check out the model building program. So we went to the store and I had seen Gundam on TV. So we got a kit and then I started building it. And then I had so much fun building it, I stayed up all night. Well, it was weird because it wasn't like a proper model building club. Like, they just had a bunch of different activities for kids to try out. It was kind of like a try out a bunch of hobbies so the kids don't do drugs kind of club, if that makes sense. Oh God, I forgot lighter fluid smells so bad. Ugh. Sorry, I'm doing a bit of cleanup right now. So I ended up enjoying building that kit so much that it always just kind of stayed on my mind as something I wanted to build more of. And I remember I really wanted, why did I not panel line this part? I remember I really wanted to get the HG Death Scythe, but there we go. I should have done that. But my parents wouldn't buy it for me, and I was so sad because they wouldn't buy me another model kit. Oh God, I forgot. I did stay off drugs. The only drugs I take are prescription. So yeah, enjoyed that a lot. And then eventually, one day after I was out of college and working, I was sitting there and I was like, wait, I'm a working adult who is allowed to decide for myself what I spend my discretionary income on. So I looked up a local hobby store, went and got some kits, and I was like, let me just see if I still feel the same way about this. And the answer was yes, I still felt the same way about it. So yeah, I just picked it back up again a few years ago. Exactly, it's like, I have grown-up money. I can spend it on grown-up things. Plastic. And that's how I got here. All right, so let me see. Now then, this part goes here, like this. Okay, so that attaches there. And then this attaches here. Okay. It's good plastic, yeah. Okay. This needs to go in here. Excellent. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm glad I stuck that on there. I'm glad I panel lined that. That did come out pretty well. Clean that up. Oh yeah, okay, panel lining that spot was such a good call. I can't believe I missed this line earlier. So I dabbed it with a bit of panel lining, and now look at how much more defined those pecs look, baby. Hell yeah. Oh, I love panel lining so much. Just a smidge of effort and it can add such a nice, like, limit yourself to, yeah. One of these days he's gonna get me to watch that damn, and now, because this is a good Christian stream, cover them up, slut. The sucker for, yeah, because uh-oh. Why is this not attaching? This should attach smoothly, right? Oh no, it is attaching. I will watch that 40K lore video someday. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Maybe I'll do something like that as like a December special. Okay, we did it. Oh, we got the chest built. There's like this big long, I want to say it's like a 40-minute Warhammer lore video that Barks wants me to watch and react to. But yeah, in terms of mecha, the first mecha I ever saw was the Megazord on Power Rangers. So I'm also technically into Tokusatsu and Super Sentai. Yeah, I remember Ultraman. I remember, I think it is Bricky. I remember Ultraman. I remember Power Rangers. The crazy thing, yeah, Voltron. Voltron's a big one. The crazy thing about Ultraman is that I cannot for the life of me actually remember watching that show as a kid. But for some reason, every time I see Ultraman, I get excited like a little kid. And I'm like, Ultraman! I'm pretty sure I have a picture somewhere of me like doing the Ultraman pose. And I'm just like, I don't remember watching Ultraman. Why do I know Ultraman? And then there was Voltron was probably the next one. And then after that, it would have been Gundam Wing. Would have been the next one after that. So I remember like elementary school, there was Voltron, and then there was a gap where it was like Pokemon instead, and then Gundam Wing and G Gundam happened, and it was like, I like this. I like this a lot, actually. Anyways, I'm pretty happy with how this chess piece turned out. I'm extremely happy. I remembered a panel line. Because even though like the brown ends up really subtle, I still really like how like even down here, oh, I didn't actually clean this part up technically. Like even though you don't see it a lot, but as you're looking at it, it really does just help those details stand out. Like a Pokemon, like here's the thing, you're not the only one. There's definitely people who have found ways to do that. Ugh, I love you so much, panel lining. One of for people who are new to building and want to try going a step further than just snap fitting, panel lining is one of my favorite recommendations to suggest, because done correctly and with the proper materials, it is, in my opinion, low risk, decent reward. I wouldn't say high reward, because technically I think inherently when it comes to stuff like customizations, there is like a high risk, high reward kind of thing, right? But you do get, in my opinion, a very solid payoff with panel lining. If you do it right, if you're careful about your materials, like using lighter fluid, it's not that there's models with risks, it's that there's customizations with risk. Like I consider scribing, for example, to be a high risk customization, because unless you're skilled enough that you know how to correct or make up for mistakes, depending on how badly you mess up with it, you can render something like, damn, you got messed up, right? You can, render the kit unfinishable, for example. Painting is also arguably high risk. Like I would consider scribing like the highest, like one of the higher tier risks. Painting, you can technically reverse. So that's also a thing. That one is more like a high effort, high reward kind of thing. But panel lining is fairly low risk, fairly low effort, really good payoff in my opinion. So as long as you're careful, because I didn't know about the enamel thinner thing when I first tried panel lining, and it literally like, it basically weakened the plastic and the pieces like crumbled in my hands. And I was kind of like, I haven't seen this happen in any Gunpla videos I've watched. And it turns out those parts are either base coated to help protect them from the thinner, or they're using lighter fluid because it does not eat through the plastic. So if you want to do something beyond snap fitting and putting on stickers to make your kit pop, learn to panel line. It's so good. I will always vouch for panel lining. You don't need too crazy materials. You need some lighter fluid. You can get some pore type Gundam markers for cheap. Try to just, oh yeah. I feel like some Star Wars models would be really good for like washes, like dry washing, or wet washing depending, but especially dry washing it just to show off like some of the details. I feel like that could be really good on a Star Wars model. That's it. Okay. You guys have probably been hearing it in my voice. Normally I'd go for longer. All the jank did take a lot out of me though. So I'm happy that we started on this. I'm happy we got the chest done. Very pleased with the panel lining. Yeah, I am a little drained right now. So let me go ahead and get us queued up. All right. Oh, Sakimi and Sally. We gotta go to Sally. Always gotta raid my girl Sally. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you again. Yeah, the MGX unicorn. And not because the build itself was complex, but because of how they did the LED sheet, that they finished it, and I was just like, how did they come up with this? How many prototypes did this take? Holy crap. Okay, Twitch, I need you to cooperate. Why does this raid thing not work? What the heck? I'm trying a new multi-stream client, and it's being really goofy about some stuff. I don't understand why it goes the way it does. All right, I'm gonna have to manually raid. All right, here we go. Stream manager. Do I have that button? Oh yeah, I should put that thing back on my bar, actually. Not this. Where's... not this, not that, not that. Here we go. There we go. All right, so next week we will probably be... What? No, I want this one. No, give me this, please. Thank you. So next week I will probably be doing Uma and more Maxter. Hopefully we will have significantly fewer technical issues. And with that, I hope you guys have a lovely night, and I will see you then. Ta-ta!